Thank you, Martha, and thank you, Your Excellencies, Your Excellency, Minister, State Minister, Minister of Water, Energy of Ethiopia, Dr. Engineer Sultan Wali. Very pleased to hear from you. His Excellency Yang Ji Yang, Minister Councillor, Embassy of China in Ethiopia, our friend and partner here. Very pleased to see you this morning. Mr. Chen Zheng, Deputy Director General, Ministry of Science and Technology of China, the Administrative Center for China's Agenda 21. Very pleased to have you here, and I was very pleased to be part of the delegation that welcomed you and the delegation from China yesterday. Professor Dr. Dawit Dalga, Director for Community Service and Engagement at Wolaita Sodo University, representing this morning Professor Mesfin Bibiso, the Vice President for Research and Community Service, who was supposed to join us. I'm very glad that you're here. And of course, Professor Dong Renji, China Agricultural University, pleased to meet you again. And all the distinguished guests that have come from China and those that have come to join this meeting this morning, we are very pleased. Your Excellency Minister, before I even begin talking, I'm from Kenya, and I know that Kenya is a beneficiary of the power from Ethiopia. In fact, they signed, I think, a 25-year power deal, to supply and get, so that all of Africa partnership within the East Africa Power Pool is a very significant point that you made, to welcome you to this important meeting this morning that will also include a launching of this joint research and extension center. That is, we have a ceremony this morning, particularly from our distinguished partners from China. It's a very reciprocal visit because only a few months ago we had a huge delegation from Ethiopia visiting China, and I think we saw some clips that were shown here. So it's really a significant mark of partnership, and as UNDP, we are very, very pleased to be part of this partnership. So I'm very delighted on behalf of UNDP and our representative to be here in person joining this morning. So today also marks therefore a great opportunity to foster the mutual collaboration among China, Ethiopia, and UNDP on an important subject of sustainable renewable energy technologies, and to reaffirm our collective commitment towards contributing to the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 7, which is about affordable and clean energy, as well as Goal 17, which is really about partnerships. These two are very important points why we are here today. At UNDP, we are very proud and actually very privileged to have a long-standing partnership with China, and of course working here in support of the government of Ethiopia, remaining very committed to helping the country realize its transition to a jobs-rich and green economy through, among others, renewable energy solutions, tapping into the collaboration with the government of China. I think the ministers put it very well in terms of the range and opportunities of accessing energy in addition to hydro, and the solutions that are being provided through this project, through biomass, through biogas, biomass, and solar solutions, is part of these efforts to widen and expand the access to renewable energy, so that we can reduce the cover. We can expand the coverage and also reduce the burden that people face in terms of access to energy. As part of these efforts to bridge the energy access gap that I think the minister has very well put, and achieve the energy and climate targets that Ethiopia sets itself for, UNDP, with cooperation and with support from China, is supporting through the project that we're implementing under a South-South cooperation framework with a focus on renewable energy trilateral project. This project that we are very privileged to be hosting and supporting aims to build a successful model and a case for medium-scale and integrated renewable energy systems through pilot and demonstration centers or projects for productive uses, and we shall be hearing, I think, more about this later on. The project also functions as an international platform to facilitate learning and engagement and knowledge exchange and cooperation between Ethiopia, China, and there is a third party actually, which is Sri Lanka, and that's why the trilateral component of this project is talked about. There is a unique partnership, trilateral South-South cooperation. Up to now, and allow me just to mention some of the gains and progress that has been made, despite some challenges, especially those relating to procurement of very sophisticated technology, more particularly because of the global supply chain challenges. But we are making very significant breakthrough to ensure that we can bring those requirements here. So 5 demonstration sites for biogas and solar PV selected, under construction and will be installed soon. More than 10 technical and research documents produced. More than 30 research, knowledge building meetings and workshops convened, out of which over 250 government officials and experts and technicians in the sector, in the country and regions, particularly in the regions, have directly benefited from this training. And then 1 bilingual private energy service provider has been identified to map on biogas, biomass, and solar technologies. This has been completed, and also 1 online catalog of transferable energy technologies from China to Ethiopia. That has also been produced. Finally, I think 5 renewable energy training curriculum has been developed and uploaded into South-South Cooperation Learning Network or website. There is therefore a lot that will be done, and I think the future is very, very bright for this project, and there's much to learn and discuss and do through collaborative efforts. And we are determined as UNDP to ensure that we can support the government achieve its ambitions and also foster the partnership that we are very proud of with the government of China through this project and others that we are working already on. So finally, distinguished participants and colleagues, in Ethiopia, most rural public institutions, especially schools, universities, which cater for thousands of students. I was actually inquiring today, what's the population size of the students in Wolaita Sodo University? Is more than 34,000, all of this inner rural area in the regions. And most of these students, rely on, fuel wood and the communities, as well as for cooking and baking, and really need to have better and increased access to electricity, and therefore be able to maximize the opportunity to do what they need to do. This project provides an attempt to answer this gap or to bridge this gap by targeting larger needs and strengthening the capacity of the government through MOWE to manage the transition to renewable energy technologies in public institutions and in agro-industrial activities. And therefore, this is exactly what we want to do. Finally, the project is already in demonstration and will be focusing on Amhara, Harari, and SNLP regions, and more than 50,000 people, including students and particularly women-led households in those areas will benefit from this initiative. So once again, very privileged and very happy to be here, and very proud for the partnership that we have with China, and also led by the government with the Ministry of MOWE. So thank you for listening to me.